10 years ago today, an EF3 tornado touched down in the village of Dexter, rocking a small town community and destroying homes in the process. 7 Action News covered the storm and its aftermath extensively in the moment, warning residents to take cover. Thankfully, nobody was injured. Reflecting a decade later, 7 Action News reporter Darren Cunningham is in Dexter, speaking with people who say the storm is forever a part of the community's identity.
Despite the fact a decade has passed since a tornado ripped through this neighborhood here in Dexter, many who were here at the time say they remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh my God.
Part of Dexter lore now.
The Dexter tornado, March 15th, 2012. Aerial shots of devastation. You mention the subject to anyone in the village today, and pretty much everyone has a story and perhaps photos of their own.
If I meet somebody new and I ask them, or they ask me where I lived, I would tell them I live in the tornado neighborhood.
Bob Ropke lived in Huron Farms at the time, a subdivision where the EF3 tornado destroyed 13 homes and significantly damaged 105 others, forcing many families to spend months living in hotels awaiting home repairs. Like Ropke, Kim Cassidy says she remembers taking photos before running to take cover, as meteorologists warned.
Now it feels like it's kind of a different lifetime ago.
She says her family spent 4 months in a hotel. Cassidy is reminded by photos that popped up on her Facebook memories today, like these two, of a piece of wood piercing the side of her house, diving into the bed.
I know that some of the kids, including mine, are a little more nervous when storms occur, even to this day.
Some of those kids now in high school. Dexter High School student journalists published this image as part of their latest publication, a photo of Wendy Martin's home caught in the storm's path on this 10th anniversary. Nicholas Sadler was just 8 years old and recalled playing outside before his mom called him in to head to the basement.
It was traumatic for our family. It could have been a lot worse. It was a lot worse for a lot of people. There was no deaths or anything, so I'm very thankful for all of that.
Thankful he's able to tell his little brother, who was just 1 year old at the time, about the tornado the people of Dexter survived. In Dexter, Darren Cunningham, 7 Action News.
And our chief meteorologist, Dave Rexroth, was there that evening 10 years ago, warning the people of Dexter before that tornado touched down. Dave also visited the neighborhood, as you see here, during the devastation and talked with neighbors. Dave, that tornado hit in March. An unusual time for a tornado of that strength here?
But if you remember back in that year, and of course the people in Dexter too, that year March was full of 80s. And this is the 15th, so early March was really, really warm. And the day before that came through, we saw on our computer models a line of storms that would come through and at maximum heating plus unusual heat, that kind of thing. So we started watching it. We talked the day before that this could be a problem in the afternoon, and obviously it did turn into that house. I remember very well because I talked to an officer who was the first one responded there, and there was a hand sticking up out of the rubble of that basement we showed you there, and he was the first one on the scene. He pulled a guy out and he had his guitar with him because that was the one thing that he wanted to protect along with his life as well. So
that is a strange thing about tornadoes is the things that remain, the things that get destroyed.
Right, and the winds are so fast. This was an EF3, winds 135 to 140 miles an hour. This neighborhood in Huron Farms was kind of the east, central, southeast part of town. That's where the highest damage was of that EF3 wind, so it was really tough to go there. It was on the ground for about 7 miles, but that was the most damage and the most intense area in that neighborhood is tough.
With how was the topography, the flatness versus rolling hills, did that play a factor at all?
Not too much. The storm line came in, and then what we saw on the radar was it started to turn right, which is a very significant indicator of things changing their rotation, that kind of thing. And so that neighborhood shows you what happens in tornadoes. Winds that strong, but some houses had a couple of pieces of siding, and next door it was gone. So it's just the wildness and the weirdness of that kind of weather that we typically get late in May and early in June. That's our busy season, but March 15th was a rough day.